Hey guys, the camera shut down on the last video, so I'm going to finish this up and show the whole process of using the drill to lap the valves. I put a clamp on the end of the little fuel line there. That's a 5/16 inch fuel line, by the way. I said it was 3/8 yesterday. Need to make sure I clarify that fits better. And anyway, let me get this going. I ran through every one of these valves thinking that the camera was recording everything, so I've already seated every one of them. Just the initial process took about 30 seconds each one, basically, so you didn't really miss that much. But I'm going to go through the process again and show you just exactly about how much time I spend on each one. It's not much at all. So I'm going to put the camera here so this holder will hold it. I know the sound is going to change, but I'll speak a little bit louder and try to make this work. But again, these are oiled on the stem. There's the compound on the valve and the seat, and then I came in here with after every one of these are seated, then I'll come in here with some acetone and clean every one of these. So I don't have a problem with it spinning in the fuel line just a little bit, but I don't want it oily. I don't want to be fighting it. So in other words, this is a fairly dry fit, and I'm up on the stem maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and I'm using my these three fingers inside the valve to kind of control the valve. In other words, I'll push on the valve, I'll push on the drill to seat, and then I'll open it up by pushing down on the drill. So in other words, you're not pulling on the drill, nor are you pushing on the drill. The drill is just you're just holding it stable and a little bit of spring compression on it, and then you're pushing back with your fingers. So let me just go through these. I go clockwise first, and you'll see, just listen and you'll see what I'm doing. I'm kind of like doing real slow steps. I'm applying a little pressure and then I'm backing off. I'm applying a little pressure and I'm backing off. What that allows to happen, it allows the compound that gets squeezed out to kind of slide back down, and then it gets squeezed up and then it slides back down. Or in other words, it just keeps the compound on the surface. And I'm literally only coming off the seat maybe 1/8 of an inch, if even that, probably more like a 1/16. And what this does, this allows me to listen from high spots. If there's a high spot, you'll hear a skipping sound, like a tap, 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 or where it's riding up on a high spot. But none of these have that. They're all real smooth and consistent from the very beginning. The exhaust valves, being smaller in diameter, don't make nearly as much sound as the intake valves, which are much larger. I'm going to kind of finish off by holding it in place and then just doing like a final run. Also, you can do that, that's kind of a trick where right there at the final stroke, I'll show you in a second here. Okay, now I'm getting ready to apply pressure and hold it down, and then until this spins loose from the valve. Trust me, this is not a lot of pressure. It's just so that you're not pulling this little fuel line off of the valve stem. It rotates off. too fast. You don't want to go too fast. Okay, now I turn the drill in reverse and just maybe 5 seconds, not much at all.